Welcome to Black People Love Paramore, a pop culture podcast not about the band Paramore, actually, but about the common and uncommon interests of Black people in order to help us feel a little bit more seen. And seen can be spelled one of two ways. Take your pick. I'm your host, Sequoia Holmes, and today we have Clarissa Brooks and, of course, our fan fave, Wicker. And we're going to be talking about Gilmore Girls. But before we talk about Gilmore Girls, which I had never seen before, but I thoroughly enjoyed watching in order to prepare for this episode, you know we have to do the housekeeping. Rate us, you guys. Please. I know that y'all have stopped doing that, but I need you to pick it back up. Pick it back up. Hit 5 stars if you're feeling it.
Yeah.
That's what I would prefer you do. Because I think of myself as a 5-star bitch. And if you are a 5-star bitch, prove it. Hit 5 stars. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, we have merch. It'll be linked down below. All that good stuff. I think that's it. I think that's really it for the intro spiel.
Leave comments.
Leave comments to us. Because Jewel will be reading the comments. First of all, Jewel will be watching the episodes, which is crazy to me.
I read the comments. First of all, I watch it back to see what y'all done had me say. And I read the comments to see what people saying.
Right.
She'll be watching back. She be reading the comments. She be interacting with the comments.
I'm trying to be better about actually commenting when I read the comment and not just reading the comment and going, and scrolling. So I try to comment now.
She be responding back to y'all. So, you know, we see you. If you're talking to us, we talk back to you. This is really a dialogue. The podcast is...
Depending on what you say, I might not talk back, but mostly, yeah.
Because don't get crazy.
Yeah, I primarily talk back. Even if you get a little crazy, if you say the right thing, I might comment back for funsies. I love a discourse. I love an argument. I learned that I like
I do not.
I like recreational arguing. I learned from TikTok. I didn't know that was a thing that everybody didn't enjoy, but apparently it's a specific thing. Anyways,
I think
okay.
Anyway, it don't matter. Go on.
Gilmore Girls. You know who else loves recreational arguing is Lorelai Gilmore.
These white ladies.
Which one?
Stop saying that, Jewel. You know who I'm referencing when I say Lorelai Gilmore. God damn it, Lorelai, the OG, the mom. She loves arguing.
She didn't realize that the daughter was also named Lorelai, so I have been trolling her for the past 2 days by saying which one. Even though I know she's talking about the mother.
Because please tell me why I'm texting Jewel about how much I love Lorelai, and she's like, which one? I'm like, why would you ask me that? Like, what are you talking about?
Why would you say that?
I said they're both Lorelai, and she was like,
and
I don't understand.
I thought she was Rory.
Her name is Rory. I said, that's a nickname. She said, where did Rory come from? I said,
Clarissa, do you know the answer to that question? Where did Rory come from? Why did they call her Rory and not like Lorelai Jr. or Lori? Or
I don't know.
Not Lori.
I don't think it gets explained either. But I do know it's a nickname. But I never see like her full name anywhere.
One of y'all is gonna know, and you're gonna be mad that we didn't know.
Yeah.
Instead of being mad,
sure.
Instead of being mad, just tell me, okay? Educate me. Thank you. Just let me know.
I just also feel like names back in the day, particularly, I mean, sometimes Black names too, but the nicknames never really went with the name.
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like Bob for Robert never made sense to me either.
It never correlated
Rory
for me.
for Lorelai, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, how might it make sense of it? I don't know.
Lorelai not even like a real name. You know, like it's
That's
a real
what I
name,
said.
but it's not even a common
Where
name.
did we get Lorelai from?
And I love it. I low key, since I've been watching Gilmore Girls, I have been considering naming a child Lorelai.
Sequoia.
I even like the spelling of it. Lorelai. Cute. Yeah.
You like that name?
Theoretical child. I do.
Think
Y'all
it's
don't
pretty?
like the name Lorelai?
For what?
For a Victorian baby with jaundice.
And what makes you think I couldn't have a Victorian baby, Clarissa?
Why the baby gotta have jaundice?
I don't know. I just feel like little children in that time had jaundice.
I don't dislike Lorelai. Like, I'm not sitting around being like, I've never hated a name more than I hate Lorelai. But it's certainly not a name that I'm like, ooh.
Yeah.
It didn't perk you at all when you heard Lorelai for the first time?
It's very delicate. No. It's like a flower.
As a matter of fact,
delicate.
The mama is so particular. Like, the grandma is so, like, snooty that I'm trying to figure out how the hell she, in particular, settled on Lorelai.
Right.
Why not Emily? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ruth.
I mean,
I don't understand how she got to Lorelai.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. I am surprised that mom created.
But I think she
Lorelai
does in one episode say that it was a family name because she said that there was a Lorelai before Lorelai. So, yeah, I don't know.
So it makes more sense there.
Yeah, like it came from somebody else.
Okay, here's a little background on Gilmore Girls for those of you who may not know. It's an American comedy drama television series created by Amy Sherman Palladino, starring Lauren Graham and Alexis Bledel. The show debuted in October 5th, 2000 on the WB. Oh, remember the WB, what a time. And became a flagship series for the network. The show ran for 7 seasons, with the last season being aired on the CW. It ended May 15th, 2007. So it had a nice little run. I remember it I remember when it got picked back up on the CW. And yeah.
Yeah.
This is a very fall show.
Cozy.
I guess when I was watching season 1 this week, I was like, I remember this show. Like every time I would watch an episode, I'm like, oh, I know how this ends. Like I vividly remembered it from like childhood. But for whatever reason, before watching it again this week, I did not remember any of the fall element. Wow. And so I was like, why do people keep associating this with fall? It's really, and also I'm a fall hater.
Can you explain that a little bit for us? Can you? And Clarissa, your birthday's in October, right?
Right. And so June is your birthday.
So I'm not understanding because I know when your birthday is. I don't like it. It's a little too close to winter. I don't want to move in that direction. That's not the direction I want to go in.
Right.
I don't like Halloween. It's not even that I don't like Halloween. I don't care about it. I don't care about Halloween. And now we look up and we at the end of the year and I'm cold. And it better not be no snow. I don't like this.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't want to go in that. I don't want to go in that direction. And it feels to me there's some sort of agenda going on. And I'm not sure who's behind it, but there's some sort of agenda why are we talking about fall in June?
I think it's Starbucks.
Why are we talking about fall in July?
I think Starbucks is.
Why are the vloggers looking for pumpkins?
Right.
And leaves.
In August.
In TJ Maxx.
Right.
In July. That is the type of propaganda I just can't get. I can't get behind.
A lot of pumpkin spice.
I will say, watching Gilmore Girls did thaw the ice in my chest a little bit. Like I watched it and I went, "This is cozy."
Yeah. Welcome to fall, baby.
Just a little bit, not a lot.
But then I got like halfway through the season and it started to be a blizzard and snowing, and I said, "This is exactly what the hell I
need."
Yeah,
it is snowing a lot on this show. It's snowing. All the time.
It is snowing.
But at the beginning, I said, "This is really cozy.
It's really cozy.
It feels warm. It feels."
Yeah, it's very Connecticut. Very I don't know where Princeton
is. Connecticut.
It is
Princeton,
Connecticut.
Wait, now Stars Hollow is the neighborhood that Gilmore Girls, the town that they live in. Mm-hmm. Is that an actual place in Connecticut? Am I tripping? Do y'all know? I can't imagine that Stars Hollow is an actual place.
I'm sorry.
I don't
Stars Hollow is not a
so.
real place.
Right?
Because it was filmed on a lot.
Yeah, Stars Hollow is not a real place.
Yeah.
And you can tell in a lot of places that this was like a backdrop. Like it looks really fake.
Fictional Connecticut town from the television show Gilmore Girls. Now, I'm confused why they chose the name Stars Hollow. It feels so fantasy, and there's no fantasy element for Gilmore Girls at all. So every time they said Stars Hollow, I was like, oh, they must be referring to the neighborhood and not the town. Like there must be something that I'm missing. Yeah. But no, they call it the town.
They do just mean the town. I think there are places in Connecticut that have that kind of name, though. I think the person who wrote the show,
Amy.
Yeah, I think she bases this on like her experience going to some like bed and breakfast.
Okay. Because of the inn.
Yeah.
She drove to a bed and breakfast in random Connecticut one day and said,
or she's from this area. Something about the person who wrote the show. She's either from that area, had an anniversary trip or something like that, but like it is kind of loosely based on real places up there.
That's not a state that crosses my mind. No offense to anybody from Connecticut. I don't want to be shady.
Right. I didn't know Boston was above New York until recently.
You can't really ask me what's going on in that region.
Right.
It's really not a good idea. I'm just going to be honest with you about it.
Right. And I think that says something about public education, but
and it does. And I wasn't going to say it, but it certainly
when I moved to Philly, I was like, why is Jersey right there?
No, we right there. No, yeah.
I said that's crazy.
Pennsylvania is really like,
do they not?
You know
They do.
They do touch.
Yeah, I believe South Jersey is like way more akin to a Philly than it is to a New York.
Yeah.
To put it this way, when I went to Made in America in Philly, I ended up in Jersey on accident.
Yes.
Like I ended up
because it's just a bridge.
Hop, skip, and jump.
And I had no idea that I had crossed into a new place.
And that's okay.
I'm not from there.
But you didn't end up in Connecticut like Lorelai and them. You wasn't there.
And it's hours up too. Oh my goodness.
I didn't know. I actually don't know much about Connecticut. I'm not gonna hold you. anyways, what I do like about the show, first of all, the dialogue is incredible. The pacing of the dialogue feels very not
good.
of the times,
Right.
you know? Like, I feel like the snappiness, the quickness, the wit.
It's very witty.
It's really witty, and it moves really fast. And that feels kind of current to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember shows of that time really being this quick paced. But I think of like a Succession or something like that. And those have like the quick, snappy moments.
Bear is quick like that.
The Bear is really quick. Like, those type of shows are really quick. And it makes the show so timeless because the first time, obviously, this is my first time watching it. So when I turned it on, I expected it to be more lame, honestly.
Yeah.
I expected it to be a lot more
It does
lame.
hold up more than I just the like fast paced time. I guess it surprised me for this show, but I think Scandal came out a few years after this show would have ended, and they had that slapstick style.
After this would have ended, but season 1 came out in 2000.
Right, 2000. I guess that's fair.
You know?
Yeah,
And they were fast.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel
Scandal
like the characters are very well rounded. And even when they get on my nerves, I'm like, oh, that is exactly what Lorelai would do. Oh, that is exactly what Rory would do. Oh, that's exactly what her mom. You know what I mean? Like, even when I'm like, y'all are irritating as hell, they feel very fully formed.
Yeah. Fully able. What was I going to say? Okay, so my context with this show is that me and my mom watched this when it was coming out.
Oh, yes.
So I was super locked into it. I'm an only child. My
Me
mom's
too.
a single.
I didn't know you were also.
Do
Oh
you
my God,
remember
wait.
how
The
old
three
you
of
would
us
have
kind of.
been, like when you were watching it?
I was born in 95, so 2005. I was probably, when it ended, I was 12.
Yeah. Okay.
So I was probably watching it when I was 10, and then they were doing reruns after it ended. And I was watching the W all the time. I was watching like Half and Half.
Wow.
What's that
I'm trying to
other
figure
one?
out,
All the
like,
Kyla Pratt stuff. Like I was on
Oh, yeah.
the WB
Yes.
all the time, and UPN
Yes.
specifically.
Yes.
So they immediately started doing reruns after
Yep.
the show. Okay.
Yeah, so we started watching it, and like me and my mom just kind of projected ourselves onto this show of like single mom trying to find love, only child, trying to go to college. And so a lot of our experiences felt reflected in that of like Rory wanted to go to Yale, I wanted to go to Harvard. Thank God I did not go to Harvard. But
Rory
it was
wanted to
very
go to
much
Harvard, actually.
yeah,
So you
to,
wanted
yeah,
to go
to,
to the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to do that. And just that like struggle of getting your only kid to school was our thing. I also was a latchkey kid, so I was watching SNL all the time. So that speed of talking was
Yes.
perfect.
Yes, exactly.
And I think it influenced how I talk too. I think I talk really fast because of this show
That's
and
really
SNL.
interesting.
But yeah, I was super locked in. All the characters, all the boyfriend stuff. I also didn't start dating till I was a lot older. So locked in.
I don't know. I watched it in my granny house, and I'm trying to remember what age I would have been because I remember watching it every single day. Like when I would do summers at my grandma's house, every single day I would watch an episode of Gilmore Girls. I used to also watch like Seventh Heaven, and of course we watched. Baby,
I used to think those were the same show. That's why I thought it was going to be lamer. I thought it was going to be way more like Seventh Heaven.
Right. It's very evangelical on Seventh Heaven.
Yeah.
Seventh
I thought it was
Heaven
going to be like
is
Dawson's
very-
Creek.
Dawson's Creek is awesome.
That's what I thought. And I like Dawson's Creek, but I thought it was going to be more like that.
Yeah.
No.
Gilmore
So,
Girls
yeah,
is like
I
right on the
remember-
edge of, they have some little raunchy jokes in there sometimes.
Yes.
That's fair. Yeah, I remember watching that. Of course, we watched Maury because of Black Grandma. But like, I remember watching the show, and I don't remember comparing because I grew up in a single mom household too. I don't remember like their relationship, although they were very close, and that reminded me of my mom. Lorelai was such a young, fun, fly by the seams of my pants mama, and my mama was very much
Never gave that.
So I certainly could not relate to the like, you know what I mean? Like my mom was fun. I could talk to her about things like, and I even think my friends would probably consider her the cool mom.
Yeah.
But she, you know what I mean? Like I look at what Lorelai was like, what she was wearing,
her
the like
friend.
butterfly clips in her hair and shit like that. My mom would say, "Baby, I'm an adult for real."
Right.
You know, like Lorelai gives me as a mama. Like I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here to. I'm really your like older BFF. I'm just kind of like, you know, doing my best. But yeah, it's really interesting to watch it back now that I'm actually older and like see how Lorelai is as a parent and how like that relationship is.
Yeah. To see how like weird it actually was sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's the thing where I'm like, Lorelai, what?
That's kind of weird.
What would possess you to
You should
do
be
that?
an adult a little bit.
You know, Because the opening scene of the pilot, it might not be the opening scene, but one of the early scenes of the pilot, they're at Luke's diner, I believe, and a man comes in trying to talk to Lorelai, and also turns and sees Rory and is like, oh, she's kind of cute too, or whatever. And Lorelai's reaction wasn't quite weirded out enough for my personal taste. She's like, she's 16, bro, or something like that.
It was just like a joke. It was like a thing it was like a bit that you could tell they do.
That they did often.
Regularly.
Right. And
versus
like,
my mom would have been like,
exactly. Like, if you don't move away from my 16-year-old daughter, I certainly would have. That was the reaction that I was expecting. So that being like one of the opening scenes, it didn't set the tone right to me. Like, I'm like, oh, I thought the show was going to be worse partially because of that. You know, like that was off-putting.
Compelling character though, because she does give teen mom so bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
She does.
Like,
she does.
She does give, girl, I'm clueless just like you. I'm trying to figure it out as I go just like you. I really, you know what I mean? Like, there are times where she's like, I got to be mom and I'm going to be stern and I'm going to like lay down the law, quote unquote, or like I'm really going to like trying
her best.
Yeah. Okay, well, girl, you can't do that. But for the most part, there are so many moments where she just seems so childlike.
Yeah.
And I think that is so accurate for somebody who was forced to be a parent as a teenager. And it's like, I didn't really get to have the end of my teenage years or my 20s. And so I am currently also having it while parenting.
Yeah. And she only gets strict when it comes to Rory having a boyfriend and having unprotected sex. Like, that's the only time she really turns up. Other than that, she's super chill because she like trusts her kid. But as soon as a boy is around, she's like,
that's when she starts to like, really have, even before they get to the sex part, like the anxiety she has about her dating, or the anxiety because she just, it's like this fear of like, oh my God, like she's gonna turn, even though they are so complete opposites. Yeah, it's like this fear of like, oh my God, I don't want her to become me kind of thing, which is really it. Yeah,
because there's this episode where Rory accidentally stays out all night because she falls asleep with her not yet boyfriend, but soon to become boyfriend. Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. Like where she just her new boyfriend. They don't have sex. They're in like a public place and they fall asleep like on a haystack or some shit. Very, again, fall 2000. And rightfully, Lorelai freaks the fuck out because she's like, oh, absolutely, you've been out all night. Yeah. You think I'm stupid. Like, I know what happened. And Rory's like, no, I did not do anything with that man. Now, that was confusing to me because how would I know that?
No, I thought that was fair. Because I think like Lorelai knows her kid. This is a kid who goes to the school dance with a book in her bag. Right. Like, she knows her kid. And I think she also knows when her kid is lying. And so I think if like Rory comes home and is like, I fell asleep, my bad. Like, I do think she knows she didn't do it. I think she's scared and she has anxiety because she was a teen mom. But I think deep down, she always knew that nothing happened. And I do think the fact that her mama was there when it all went down, like, added a little more battery in her back than like she would have even had on a regular. Her thing was like, for a few seconds, I didn't know where my kid was. So definitely verified for safety reasons. And also, I know what I was doing when I was your age. Exactly. I wouldn't have been asleep with a book in my hand. You know what I mean? Right. So like, but I think beyond that, she genuinely didn't know that Rory didn't do nothing.
Yeah. A lot of her anxieties are like everything except for Rory. It's like what she would have done, her mom stuff. Also, her tension with her mom, I think as I've rewatched it, feels more like what me and my mom's actual relationship was, which was like constantly battling our perceptions of each other. And that, you mean
Rory's tension with Lorelai or Lorelai's tension with Emily?
Lorelai and Emily.
Okay.
Like that kind of constant back and forth. As I'm an adult now, I'm like, oh, that was actually us. We weren't actually Rory and Lorelai.
I feel that way too about me and my mom.
But yeah, just like constantly at odds. But rewatching it, I'm like, Emily and her were so just embattled all the time. Which is hard to rewatch. And also, Rory's dad, he really didn't get enough smoke on this TV
program. Not nearly enough smoke because when it was time for Rory to have her little cotillion or coming out party, I don't know whatever the hell, that was weird too. Talking about all the daughters of the revolution.
That was weird.
The ancestors of the daughters of the revolution get to have a cotillion and come out in front of everybody. I don't know what the hell that was about. Anyways, very white mess. When Lorelai calls the dad and it's like, hey, so, Rory's doing this thing and the dad is supposed to walk her down the aisle, whatever it is.
Tracks.
You never show up for shit. You always say you're going to be here and you're never here. You owe her. You need to be here for this. And he's like, okay, I'll be there. And he's smiling on the other line as Lorelai is laying into him for never showing up for her daughter. What the fuck is funny?
I didn't like that.
You bum ass nigga. What the fuck is funny?
I didn't like that.
I didn't like that whatsoever.
And then later on, when he gets remarried and has a kid, I think there's a episode where Rory goes to the baby shower and Lorelai comes, and it was just something about, like, I think Lorelai plays very, like, I want to be one of the boys. I want to be, like, very much cool girl.
For
like, that's her
sure.
constant
And it
vibe
lets him off the hook in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because there's no reason she needed to be there. There's this kind of constant pressure for, like, Lorelai to be cool with Rory's dad in a way that I'm like, you really could have been like, it's really not my business. Like, my kid is here. Let me know when to pick them up. I don't need to be here. But obviously Rory's like, I don't want to be here by myself. But yeah, that's always my disappointment when I rewatch it, is like, Lorelai really is like the ultimate cool girl that I think I put in my brain. I was like, I want to be cool with everything. And then I'm like,
no, actually I don't.
You should
like
pick
me or like cool. Is there distinguish? Like, is she different than a pick me, or is she landing in pick me?
She doesn't give full pick me to me. I mean, it's early 2000s, so certainly moments, but like there are also times where she doesn't give pick me to me.
Yeah.
She just gives self-centered and like perpetual state of child teenager. You know what I mean? Like, it just gives unaware and aloof in a way. It doesn't give like, I'm doing this for the like attention of men necessarily.
Okay. Yeah. But I think it's because she like, I think that's mostly because she like had a business to run. Like, she had stuff to do. She
literally did have things to do. She had a kid, and she also like, as much as, again, she wasn't like a absent parent. Like, she was childish, but she was like, I give a fuck about my kid. Like, I'm trying to for my kid. So like, not only do I have a business to run, I have a kid to raise.
Yeah.
And I'm like actually very involved in like the raising of this child and like her well-being. I don't know. I think it's interesting that y'all like talk about Lorelai and her mom's relationship, because I think that's the one thing my mom and I did have in common with Lorelai and Rory is I feel like I could have been that kid that was like, I didn't do anything. My mom would have been like, yeah, girl, I know. Like, that like trust and that like, oh, I just really truly feel like you get me. You get on my nerves sometimes. We have like conflict, but I don't know. I think it's so interesting to see her and her mom in this constant, like, I just don't, like, her mom at one point is like, I really don't get her. Like, I don't know her.
They really don't like
get
each
her.
other.
I do not understand this kid. And I'm like, that seems like such a rough, and we see it play out in their relationship time and time again. Like, it just makes for the like roughest dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah, it's uncomfortable to rewatch. I'm like, oh, y'all really. Yeah, but they do feel like a mirror to each other, obviously.
Yeah, and it's like, even when they're trying to understand each other, it's because they're like polar opposites. And it's Rory and Lorelai are polar opposites too, but there's like a mutual respect and understanding there that's different. Maybe it's generational too, but like, for whatever reason, these polar opposites just continue to clash even when they're doing their best to like make space for each other.
Yeah.
Now, shifting gears a little bit, and this is like an actual question because I didn't get all the way through the series, obviously. Do we feel like Rory was a bit parentified because of how childish Lorelai is or was?
I think Rory was a little bit parentified.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah. I think that towards the end of the season, she is a season where she ends up kind of not being on speaking terms with Lorelai anymore and living with Emily. And
I heard about that.
That's like kind of her rebellion era, because she honestly starts lying, and that kind of ruins her relationship with Lorelai. And I think that's because she was parentified. I think she was like, I've actually been responsible way too long.
I was about to say, like, so many of her poor decisions later on are like very clearly poor decisions, but also feel like a rebellion from the fact that you have been this like type A, organized, parentified kid your whole life, and you've been very like, gotta do this to go to Harvard, gotta do this to like kind of, you know what I mean, like not taking care of your mom, but like gotta make sure she remember to wash her underwear because she ain't gonna remember that she ain't got none. You know what I mean? Like these kind of things, so that when you become a little older, you start just doing silly shit.
Yeah, drinking.
Yeah. I definitely think like that. What we see from her in like later seasons come from the fact that she was such a like straight and narrow and a little bit parentified as a kid.
Yeah. Yeah. It is interesting. You realize how much money they have towards the end of the seasons. Because I think there's this season where she's living in the guest house at Emily's and she just has like multiple Birkins. Rory.
Oh.
I was like, oh, is that a...
Did they get
rich,
money?
rich.
Because I remember they were kind of broke in the first season.
Not
No.
Emily the grandma.
Emily, the grandma,
Like
has money.
Yes.
Which
so much
always
money.
confused me because I'm like, why are Lorelai and Rory so broke and Emily got all this money?
I hate to be this person, but like when I think about it, it does give like privileged white person who is like determined to prove that they're doing it on their own. So it's like, no, like I'm not
Lorelai.
Do you know what I mean?
gave
And like,
privileged
not
white
that it
woman.
wasn't justified that she kind of wanted to get it from her mom. They damn near disowned the girl because she got pregnant. Like they were like very displeased with her. So I understand her moving to another town and wanting to start a life, wanting to provide for her kid and show that she was doing it all on her own. There is a level of privilege we got to acknowledge that like when you get a big bill that you can't pay, that you just go to your mama's house and be like, I'll come to Friday dinners if you help me with it. You know what I mean? Like that is a level of privilege that I feel like we kind of like. That's
Yeah, she has a safety net. She's choosing not to use it because
and that's fine,
she knows
but
that
it's
comes
there.
with like her mom's judgment and shame, and that's kind of what she works herself out of. But it's always there, and Rory leans on it pretty heavily once she goes through that rebellious stage. She starts to be like, "Yeah, I got money. I don't want to work this hard. I want a Birkin."
Period. All I got to do is walk in this cotillion or whatever.
Right? She's like, and I like my grandma,
happy.
which is crazy.
She sure did. Yeah, she always
loves
felt
her
like she
granddad.
liked her grandma.
Yeah.
Which kind of goes back to what we were saying about Emily and Lorelai being mirrors of each other, and then Lorelai and Rory being mirrors of each other. It kind of makes sense that Rory and Emily would like each other. I'm sure Emily learned from her mistakes with Lorelai.
I was about to say it's also the grandparent thing.
Didn't want to, don't want to ostracize her only granddaughter for making less than perfect decisions.
Yeah, because I feel like I was thinking about that when I was watching earlier today, actually, because I'm like, there's so many times where, like, my grandma specifically, her kids can tell you all the ways, right? She had 8 kids, like, whatever little issues they had with her as a mama. Even the oldest grandkids will be like, let me tell you about that lady. Me, I'm like Granny's baby. I loved her. That was a nice lady. Yeah. She didn't do nothing but make me pancakes and grits, and I ain't got no issues with Frances. And everybody's like, we don't know her.
She's like, a menace to society. Yeah, that's exactly what I know.
But I also think I got to have that relationship with her because she knew I didn't see her that way. Mm-hmm. So because I'm looking at you with loving eyes, it's easier for, like, you don't feel judged. You don't feel like your past is, like, caught up to you. So you get to be, like, doting and loving. And I feel like that's, like, the privilege of grandparenthood is you get to kind of, like, try to do it over and kind of, like, wipe the slate clean. And I think about that with Rory and her grandparents, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly how mine was with my grandma Macy. My mom would be like, she was a menace to society. I'm like, I love her.
Lovely lady. No notes. She was great. And everybody's like, literally, nobody but me calls, all of the grandkids call her Momine, as in Mama You Mean. They all call her Momine. I'm the only one that calls her Grandma. I'm like, hey, Granny, Grandma. And they're like, that lady was Momine. She was mean.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like an endearing nickname. Like, by the time they called her that towards the end of her life, it was like, hey, Momine, like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Like, it became a running joke. And I'm like, Granny?
Yeah.
So I think that's very similar. It's like, yeah, you get to kind of, it's an image revamp. Yeah.
I get a second chance a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all. Now let's get into the relationships of the season. Of the entire show. There was a lot of relationships over the course of this, 5 season show, 7 season show. We have Rory and Dean, Lorelai and Luke, Lorelai and Chris.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different stuff. Who's y'all's favorite? Who is Logan? I feel like Logan is, I haven't gotten to a Logan episode yet.
Logan is Rory's boyfriend at Yale.
Okay, so when she goes off to college, so she doesn't go to Harvard, she ends up going to Yale.
Mm-hmm.
Was she heartbroken about not getting into Harvard?
She got it fully paid for by that.
Okay. Oh, hey.
Oh, is that what
Well,
happened? Okay, because see, I again have not watched it. It's definitely the later season since I was a kid. So she applied. She wanted to go to Harvard, but she ended up at Yale.
Yeah,
Ended
because her
up at Yale.
grandfather is an alum. And so she was like, nepotism, I don't want to.
What?
And then he was
Oh
like,
my
I'm going to pay for it.
God.
And she was like, okay.
Interesting.
I'll go to Yale. Yeah. Why not? I mean, as we all.
Right.
What was y'all's favorite relationship?
I'm gonna let Clarissa lead because again, I remember the like contours, but
Yeah. You know, I love a spooky vibe. It's always going to be Jess for me.
Jess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I love
Who
a
is it?
mentally ill
'Cause I don't know who
character.
it is.
Jess is Milo. He was the dad from
him.
This Is Us. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and this is him like as a
youngin.
super young actor.
Baby.
Yeah.
Baby. And he has improved so much as an actor. Oh my God. That's the one thing I noticed about the show. Overall, quick note before we get into the rest of relationships. The acting when it came to conflict, not strong. The acting when it came to like regular day-to-day conversation, very strong. The way them characters are built on regular stuff. As soon as they had to scream at each other or something, I was like, please.
It did give.
Please.
On set, action.
Right.
100%.
And get out.
Okay, I remember.
And I never liked you anyways, Mom. You're not going to talk to me like that in my own house, Mom. I'm like, I can't.
Yeah.
I'm actually terrified.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these pictures and I do remember him in this show, but like was he supposed to be a bad boy or what is the like?
Yes, he
he's
was
the bad
like
boy.
troubled.
Mm-hmm.
He was the diner worker. He was Luke's
nephew.
Nephew. Like it was some type of
interesting.
Luke's nephew. He comes to live with him and he doesn't want to. He seems super resentful, very chip on the shoulder.
Yeah. He's like getting into fights. He can't stay in school. He can't keep a job. And when I think about it, it honestly couldn't have lasted because obviously like Luke and Lorelai get together. So like that would have been just right touching, incestuous.
Yeah. That would have been weird.
But I like the dynamic of like, it felt like that was the only person that was intelligence wise matching Lori.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dean is cool. You know, he's
sweet boy, beautiful gowns.
I was about to say Dean is a
quarterback of the
I
neighborhood,
don't know that
but
there's anything back there.
Yeah, he doesn't have much going on. And he kind of always floats around. Like they definitely were like spinning the block on each other for a long time, her and Dean, but it never really felt too real. Jess and Rory felt like it was the first time she had to be in real conflict with somebody and face like, you have a lot of money. That's weird, and I don't care.
That is how your first like boyfriend is, though. Do they not stick around longer than they should and really not have no depth? But you just kind of like spin the block on them because they've been there the whole. You know what I mean? Like that is kind of. Oh, okay.
I said I'm going to school. Bye.
Clarissa, you ain't talked to them again after that?
No. I got him on Instagram. He liked my story, but once I got into Spelman, I said this has been a blessed time.
And have a good one.
Had y'all just started dating before you went to school?
No, we were dating for 2 years.
Oh, I'm done. Clarissa,
I gotta hit the streets.
What do you mean you got into college and after 2 years? What do you mean? Okay, so y'all dated for 2 years. Yeah. You go off the Spelman and you said, so what you about to get into?
I said, once August 2nd hits and I get on 85.
The specific date is about to piss me off.
It's the fact
I gotta go.
Clarissa said, I gotta
so given summers, if you went home for the summers, you weren't like, I'm in town. Like it wasn't a Thanksgiving. That's strength, sister. Good
Peace
for
out
you.
to that man.
Yeah, a real Libra. I found a new crush immediately. As soon as I got there.
We might be different,
I'm not
sister.
mad.
Had to
not
be
mad.
through. But I do think with Dean, they like just floated around each other. I think Rory was always trying to like understand or make Jess like her, or not like her, but like show attachment, show like that he really loved and cared about her, and it always came out in very chaotic ways. Like he was definitely having tantrums. Super. Like the classic avoidant.
The classic avoidant.
Yeah. Anytime they had a loving moment, he would be like, I gotta go knock over a fire hydrant.
Yes.
I gotta go do something that will get me kicked out of Luke's house.
Right.
So, yeah. But that was my favorite. And then Logan was college boyfriend.
That was Yale.
Yale. Yeah, he was a college boyfriend there. He just also was super privileged. Okay. And it felt like a bit more equally yoked, but I don't... I think the only person that pushed Rory was Jess, especially around class. Like that was the only person that was like, not impressed, don't care.
Girl, you rich. Girl, you got money.
And is it Dean or Jess? How long was Rory with Jess? Or Dean? I can't remember. Was she with both of them for like a solid amount of time?
She was going back and forth between
them. Forth.
She was going back and forth. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was looking on the internet and I think it was Dean becomes more controlling over time, and like people kind of fall out of love with his character in general. How'd y'all feel about Dean? Where do you stand on Dean today when you look back at it, you know, as a 30-year-old?
I love the actor. Like when I see the actor now, he's cool. But the character,
Jewel, what is that face? You don't like the actor?
The actor cool. Again, been very long. The only thing I remember about Dean is the whole affair thing and like how it became an issue like between Lorelai and Rory. Like I remember that being a big blow up and a big like plot point.
So for those of you who don't know, Dean gets married.
Yeah. And
Dean ends up having an affair with Rory, which feels very uncharacteristic of her. And that kind of blows up her life, question mark?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But again,
because her mom
her
mom don't like that. Yeah.
Parentified, straight and narrow, books to the dance. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sometimes
and also it happens. You do. It happens. I really do like how real the show was. Yeah. Like the single mom trying to find love on her own, making bad decisions along the way.
Yeah.
Rory, you know, being book smart and damn near perfect until she's very much not, you know, because she has been so parentified. And this is life, you know. Sometimes it is messy like that.
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta have a harlot era. You know, just break up a home.
And I also think it's
just
like
break up a home, shrug.
I'm not justifying an affair, but I also think like because of who Rory was as a character, like there was so much expectation on Rory being better than this, or Rory doesn't behave. You know what I mean? And it's like sometimes people are silly people abound. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
Look up her astrological sign. I knew it. Oh, I goddamn knew it. Y'all guess.
I'm not.
I don't want to know. If it's a Libra, you can't say it.
She's
and
not
I motherfucking knew.
And I motherfucking
knew. October 8th, baby. October 8th. Rory Gilmore's astrological sign is Libra. She was born on October 8th. Moon sign, Pisces.
That's why I felt bad for what happened to her.
Why did I do this
like
show?
I said, at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. At the end of the day, we all make mistakes.
Exactly.
And that's why I said that before I even knew she was one of us. I said at the end of the day, we all make mistakes. I said that. Didn't I say that? So we you know what I mean? Things happen. Sometimes things happen that you ain't even know what's going to happen. And now you just got to deal with it.
Right.
So the infidelity Libra.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say Libras are known for cheating, so I'm
about to say, and that is a known Libra trait. That is one that y'all, that is one that y'all know.
Cheated before. I didn't know that was a thing that my people was known for.
You still got time.
I'm not gonna put my business out there.
I'm just kidding. I'm not
gonna put my business out there like that. But
I love Ryan real bad, so I'm just kidding.
What was I gonna say? Oh, but I think the parentifying thing does that thing where like she doesn't actually have. People expect her to have the skills to be an adult, but she's actually not.
But she doesn't because she's
not an adult.
Yeah, and that showed with the stuff with Dean. She also had another love interest named Tristan.
I was about to say Tristan was a boy at the new school, right?
Chilton? Which is Chad Michael.
Chad Michael Murray.
Yeah, she really had a good little.
She had a run. She was on a run.
They said we're getting the best little white boy for you.
Period.
Because all four of them are literally like famous. Lit,
yes,
fine.
Even to this day,
yeah. Even who was it? Amanda Tanner, from Scandal. I said, why is Amanda Tanner beefing with her at this school? She was
exactly.
She was the girl. She was the what was her name? Paige or what was her name?
The one that wanted to keep her off the paper.
Paris. Her name was Paris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Paris. I mean, there were a lot of people who show up in
Melissa McCarthy is Suki.
Melissa.
That's how I met. I said, y'all don't know Melissa McCarthy. I know my Suki.
I know Melissa McCarthy.
I know my Suki. So
wow, I had no idea that so many people got their start from Gilmore Girls. As I was watching, and I saw Melissa McCarthy,
really
as I saw Chad Michael Murray, as I saw Milo, who I really didn't recognize. Garrick had to tell me that was him. I was like, no,
you didn't.
I didn't believe, even when Garrick was dead ass like pausing it, he was like,
he literally looks like
You
you
got-
just aged, like literally you just aged his face. His face is
I swear to
hair the
God.
same, everything.
I have some level of facial recognition blindness that
Sure.
if you are not in the exact context that I'm used to you seeing you in,
Sure.
even if I see you every day in person, I don't know who the hell you are. If you're in a different context, I don't know
Yeah.
you.
It's crazy.
Adam
So
Brody's
him being
also on the
years
show
younger,
too.
I was confused. Who?
Adam Brody.
Adam Brody pops up? When was he?
He's
Who is he?
Adam Brody is Lane's boyfriend.
Who else? There was somebody.
Lane is Asian best friend.
We can't get away from this without talking about the Asian best friend and the stereotype, the trope that was very, very present at all times. Her being just in the books, very smart, reciting facts at every turn, and only existing to do that was really pissing me off. I must say, it was really pissing me off.
It was just stressing me out. I just felt like Lane was like, I was just like, this is so much to keep up with. Like the lies, the like putting the books in the floorboards.
You said
all
I
the
can't keep up.
ceremonies. Right. I was like, this is my truest Libra trait. I'm not going to keep the lies up. I'm going to slip up. That mama would have got me for certain. I would have been like,
Oh, really? Okay, Clarissa. So you feel
my
like
God,
you're
hold
just kind of like, I just got to tell you what happened because I'm not keeping up with.
no,
That's
not even that. I feel like she would. I feel like Lane's mom would be like, yeah, so Lane's doing this, and this. And I'd be like, yeah, she's doing that. And she'd be like, well, that's not what Lane told me. And I'd be like,
Well, girl, I gotta go.
home. Exactly.
Well,
I'd be like,
right.
I'm going home. And then she would find her. We're like,
Well, what do we do with that? I gotta go. Yeah. Fair
gotta
enough.
go home. But her
Yeah,
mom
so
was
that
really
was
intense.
insane to me. Yeah.
Yeah. The Asian
That they
stereotypes
had
were
that
definitely
character
strong
like
in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they were like, even that family, and it was really fleshed out. Like the ceremonies felt like really accurate. Obviously, I'm not Asian, I don't know. But like everyone on the show felt really full.
Yeah.
Even in their stereotypeness. And then, of course,
'cause the mother
Lane.
was definitely like
off.
stereotypical.
Yeah.
But I really also really enjoyed the mother because
too.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't
She's
know.
funny,
I
too.
like. I can't speak for like Korean culture, but in Black culture, like I know kids who grow up with parents who won't let them go nowhere, don't let them do nothing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Are very much, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you can't kiss no boy, you're gonna get pregnant. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? Know those parents, and so I don't know. I really like even through the stereotypes, I really liked her mom's character.
Yeah. And she's the only character that just is like, I don't trust these white people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what make little digs being like, I know how y'all act. I know how you let your kid act.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
She
see
said-
I see how your child be running amok, and let me tell you what you not finna do to bring that over here to my household.
I saw an episode
It
where
was
she was
helpful.
handing out pamphlets of some sort. I don't know what exactly the pamphlet was, but she tried to give one to Rory. And Rory's like, okay, thank you. And she gave her another one. She was like, give it to your mom, too. I
That's
said,
a conservative
period.
lady.
She's
Because she said
so
that lady got pregnant as a
shady.
teenager. I'll never mess with her. I ain't never gonna mess with her. A teen
She's
mom.
ruthless.
I'm actually surprised she let her daughter hang out with Rory at all.
It was under
For that
supervision.
reason.
Oh, because she said
Yeah.
a teen mother.
Under constant supervision, and they had
Unwed?
been friends for all of their life. She was like, I have
Yeah.
known you since you were in kindergarten. I guess I will allow you into my house because my child seems to be a fan of you. But
So,
But I
wasn't
gotta
for that.
make it clear at every turn that I do not support your mama behavior, and by
I
behavior I
don't.
just mean getting pregnant as a teenager and not.
and
getting
if I
married.
even spot a second of it in you, Rory, you will be out of here before
done.
you can
Yeah.
count to 3.
right, mind you,
You'll be
Lorelai,
gone.
a business owner, a loved community member.
literally,
The Asian lady's
loving
like, I don't care.
mother, very attuned to what's going on with her child. Her child has a place to talk about the things that she's doing and has going on. Don't care. Teen mom.
She said, I don't
Yeah.
like that.
I
Now,
see
hold
what your
on.
type about.
I'm seeing stuff about political undertones in Gilmore Girls. Hold on. They was really... Oh,
trying to
okay, hold on. They
think.
got little jokes. Lorelai gets $75,000 from Richard. And she says, and suddenly I agree with everything George Bush says.
Yeah.
Period. I know that's motherfucking right. Lorelai references, quote unquote, the enemy. And Rory says, oh, Republicans? Period.
Yeah.
I know that's
Interesting.
Yeah.
motherfucking
It
right.
was very like left blue Democrat. They were definitely giving
Interesting.
like left blue Connecticut Democrats, very like Bernie Sanders. They never like, I
Whoa.
think they talk about communism at one point on the show because there's actually a few fan pages where they will just like take edits from the show and then just like put like different types of quotes on it. But yeah, Lorelai's definitely she is the Democrat of the family and brings in that
Wow.
like left politics
That's very
sometimes.
interesting.
and makes all the like comments about Republicans and how conservative they are, which is helpful. And I think for me, as a kid, I was like, okay, maybe these are the kinds of white people that do exist in the world.
Right. No. I really appreciate stuff like this because this is what...
And it was early 2000s. This was like after 9/11.
It didn't
I was
have
about to
to
say,
be
I
like
think
this.
that's the thing is like watching the show back, the 2000s references are so strong.
They're really strong.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
constant.
The Bush jokes,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And people weren't making jokes about him because of 9/11. Everybody felt like you had to be this patriot and like always be loving the administration.
Amy Sherman said,
So I don't give a...
if I
I don't
want
give a
to, I
rat's
will.
ass. And I will
said-
and did.
Right. And the kids are getting left behind. So
And they did. And she said,
And
you know
they
who won't?
something.
Rory.
To this day. To this
Left
day.
behind.
and we're seeing it in real time.
We see the fruits of George Bush's labor.
Yeah.
Rory ends the season as Barack Obama's campaign reporter as well.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that a show that was on the CW and the WB was like
Yeah. He ran
so
in 2008.
outright blue at this time.
Yeah.
That's,
And
that
it was on like a
it's
black
fair
network.
enough.
It was on what was considered still a black network.
The CW?
Or like
Are you talking about the WB?
didn't the WB and UPN
They
form
did.
the CW?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's what I'm thinking. Like
yeah.
the audience for both of those things was black.
Mm-hmm.
It got wider over time because they got rid of all the black shows. But like
Whoa.
most of the base of folks that were watching it were black folks coming
For
from
sure.
One-on-One, Half and Half. What's that? Not that it was an Ed show. I'm forgetting. But yeah, the audience was pretty left already. So Emma says there wasn't much
I love
else.
that.
Did
I
you
love
want to
that.
be a journalist when you were a kid? Like, were you identifying with her in the early days of her wanting to be a journalist?
I did. I think that was it too. I definitely did want to be a journalist. I originally wanted to be a fashion designer, and then I realized I couldn't draw, so that went out the window. But watching the show, I was like, okay, journalism is an option because I was like
Interesting.
super nerdy, reading books with a flashlight under my blanket. So I was like, she is I.
That's
We are
interesting
one.
because I was like that, and it never occurred to me. I was telling Ryan this the other day. It never occurred to me to be a journalist. Like when people, I sometimes feel like I have like, oh, I'm not supposed to be here because I'll like hear from like colleagues who are like, I was reading GQ when I was 6, and I dreamed about the day that I would get my first. And I'm like, why would I have been reading GQ? Like I literally like it's so like obviously now I'm like, oh, I love this, like great bylines and stuff. I don't think I thought about journalism till college.
Yeah, I think I was more like 17 magazine. I was reading 17 magazine,
Definitely
read the
read
magazines,
17 down.
collecting those, and I was like, literally in my head, I was like, I want to be 17 years old so bad. And then I got there, and I was
loved
like,
17 magazine
This
and
is
the idea of
fascinating
being
to me.
17.
No, I didn't read none of that.
it's not
You
even.
didn't read 17 either.
I was obsessed.
I wasn't reading Teen Vogue. Teen Vogue, this was before it like shifted into being interesting when I was a kid.
I
So
wasn't
it's still
reading
like
Teen Vogue.
it wasn't interesting at this time. It was like kind of a thick book, and it just like was like,
when they had
not
the
that
small
interesting.
frame.
It was small too. Yeah, it was a thick small book.
Yeah, I'm forgetting what that editor's
I
name
don't
was.
even know
can
where
see
I
her
would have
face.
seen Teen Vogue at.
It was
Where would I
always at
see
the
this
grocery
Teen
store.
Vogue?
I was always going
You
to the
could've
grocery
seen it
store
at the
and
grocery
asking
store?
my mom to buy the magazines. I was like
The dentist,
17, Teen Vogue.
Word up. Right on.
right on. I don't know.
And mind you,
don't
none of them got no what was the words in them
That's what
books. I was
gonna
looking
say.
at the
They just got
pictures.
posters.
What about
But
J14?
I wanted to be like, oh, J14 was good too. I just wanted to be
Yeah.
in the know. I was very like, I need to go to New York. I need to like be a fashion editor.
That's so
and I loved
fascinating.
layout, so I was like, I want to like learn how to do layout. So I did.
Yes.
I did a yearbook in high school.
See, I wish
to
I
learn
would have, like,
InDesign.
because I don't know.
Child.
No.
I wrote for the paper in high school,
Same.
and I would have loved to know about Lorelai or about Rory. I didn't know nothing about Gilmore Girls, but I certainly would have identified deeply with this. And I did yearbook in middle school, also for the layout stuff. And like,
Fascinating.
I was editor in chief of the yearbook in middle school,
Wow.
LOL, because I like to do that type of thing.
Yeah, look at us
And
now.
I wrote all the opinion pieces
Well,
in
here we are.
high school.
I
So
mean,
I
Still-
do.
we all find our
still-
way, regardless.
Still yapping.
We do.
If I
I'm
was
still
reading
giving
the
my
picture
opinions.
books, it don't matter. It don't
Because
matter.
you know how to read
Because
now.
I know how to read and write regardless, so it don't matter.
Wait, so were you taking all the posters out?
Yes,
'cause-
Yes.
I had it framed. I had a picture of Little Romeo framed on my nightstand.
Little Romeo.
And I'm not going to be
Bitch.
jumped about it. And I just want to be very clear there.
No. I'm not judging you at all. Because
Frame.
I found my mom moved out of her house recently, and I was going through all my old stuff, and I found an old frame picture of T.I.
Clifford, you know, baby, because you couldn't tell me nothing about Clifford.
I saw an old frame picture.
I was a little too old to have a
Tip.
framed photo of Clifford, but he was in my heart for sure.
Yeah, no, definitely deep.
I had
in
moved
mind,
because
clearly.
by the time T.I. was really T.I., I was in middle school. At that point, I wasn't framing like posters, but
Me too. I was in middle school when
Okay.
he was really T.I. Well, you know what? Because he probably was T.I. in Atlanta before he was T.I. in
that's also
California.
probably true. Yeah.
So I was
But
in middle school. We wouldn't have been in middle school at the same time because you're a couple years older.
Just a few.
Because you were older than my oldest brother.
Because you were older than my oldest brother.
You're about to piss me off. You play too much.
What was I going to say? I didn't know T.I. had all those gun charges in Cleveland until I read about it recently.
You know he had what?
You know when he went to Cleveland and they found out those assault rifles are him.
You didn't know that?
You didn't know?
Anyway, I did
I'm
know.
confused. Okay.
I love that
Anyways.
missed you. I love that missed you because that was like T.I. them finding that and T.I. going to jail was like a big
A
part
moment.
of
I was sad.
Clifford is going to jail.
I was very deeply affected.
And then mind you, the Trap Music Museum is literally like laid out like his closet with the assault rifles in it. Like that. Did you not know that?
No, I didn't know about it. Because I
Have you
didn't
ever
grow
been
up
to
on
the Trap
him.
Music Museum?
I have not.
And that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Conceptually,
really truly fun.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's a concept. Yeah,
It is.
Just
It
like,
is.
assault rifles laid out don't
It's a
sound.
thing
cool.
that
or not even
exists.
that. It's really just like the be a drug dealer with us. Pretend.
It is
that part.
and that's
That's
literally
weird.
it because
It's
it's like
just
you
weird.
can step into the jail cell where Gucci Mane. Like
Oh.
you can see how small the jail cell is. Anyway,
You selling it now.
This
have-
is not about
I'll
Gilmore Girls
go.
anymore.
Anyway,
What I was
this
gonna
has
say
nothing to do
was-
with Gilmore Girls, right?
I was gonna say I was a little Bow Wow fan as a true
and see,
lesbian
I
queer
beefed with
person.
Bow Wow because
There's
I felt he was taking shine away from Lil Romeo.
I agree. I preferred Romeo.
Now,
personally.
in hindsight, I was incorrect. Bow
Yeah.
Wow was talented. Bow Wow
Very,
could rap.
very.
We were
actually.
Lil Mike, Mike
Yeah.
is really important. But there's this lore that like if you like Lil Bow Wow, then you are a lesbian, and
Is
here I
that the
am.
lore?
Mhm.
Wow.
And here I am.
I've been straight my whole life. I hate to hear that. I swore I was gay. When
But
I
y'all
was
were on the
younger.
right path. Like y'all, it was always there for me.
My mama didn't think that.
That's
My mama
really
definitely
embarrassing.
made fun of me and my crush on Lil Romeo. So, but here we are.
They're both pretty.
Wow.
Um,
They were. You guys, can I ask you about the characters? If one's got to go for Rory's love interests, and let's actually do the actors. Let's not do them as characters. Let's do the actual actors. Chad Michael Murray, Tristan, Milo, Jess, Jared. No, was Milo Jess? Yes, Milo was Jess. Jared Padalecki.
Sequoia.
I don't remember who he played.
He's in Supernatural.
Okay.
Oh, he's Dean.
He's Dean. And then Matt Zakurtri.
You ain't even got to.
And he played
That's
Logan.
Logan.
Mm-hmm.
Just
So
off of
if
fineness.
you just off of
He
just
has
off of
to go
fineness,
because he's the least fine to me.
Logan is the least fine to
Absolutely.
you. Okay. I mean, it's off of whatever you want, really, but
Yeah. I don't.
fineness, Logan gone.
Yeah. Logan's gone for me. I don't like anything too Americana looking.
That's fair.
You know, if I'm going to Loving versus Virginia, you gotta look a little ethnic. So
Okay.
gotta be Jess.
Okay.
Also, Chad Michael Murray was on Dawson's Creek, or am I mixing him up with somebody else?
One Tree Hill.
He was on One Tree Hill.
Stream it today.
Yeah.
Wow. One Tree Hill was really powerful. Both of those were filmed in North Carolina.
One Tree Hill was definitely filmed at One Tree.
Yeah, I think Dawson's Creek was also filmed in North Carolina in
Yeah.
Wilmington. Watch both of those. So he's
Stream
fine.
it today.
He's got so many other things.
So that's why I'm
yeah.
confused because you say you don't like Americana, but you keep him Chad Michael Murray. I don't know.
Well, I had no
He
choice. That was the
gets-
propaganda that was put on me as a child.
That's fair.
As a child,
They
in
were
North
playing One
Carolina.
Tree Hill, Dawson's Creek,
back to back to back to back.
and they let you know filmed in North Carolina. I mean, I could tell you
They really did. It was like a really big, yeah.
because North Carolina's film. Anyway, that's not the point. But Jess, Chad's gone. Dean's gone because he's got Supernatural. They've got a whole
Clarissa,
other
you only
fan
supposed to
base.
get rid of one.
I'm getting rid of
you
Yeah,
three.
you getting rid of all of
Yeah,
them.
I'm getting rid of Logan. I don't know what he does. Also, he's got a very his mouth turns down. I don't like that.
Okay, so Logan the hell up out of here. That's
Bye.
kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting
What are
rid
you
of I think I'm getting rid of Dean, unfortunately.
That's unfortunate.
I think Dean might have to see his way out for me personally. Now, I didn't really get to Logan's season, so I can only look at these pictures I'm looking at of him to determine fineness. In movement, he could be a lot less fine. I don't know. But I can confirm Dean just didn't smack for me. And I would never get rid of Milo because the finest, one of the finest
Milo
men
is Milo.
walking
And
around.
again, looks the exact same.
Gets better with age.
I will say, like, I told Sequoia this earlier. Dean, as like watching it, I'm like, this is exactly who teenage Jewel would have had a crush on. But as they got older, the hair grew out. I'm not interested.
Yeah. And Dean also looked so baby-like for so long.
Yeah,
Like,
but I
it's
think
a
that
little
was
uncomfortable.
like the heartthrob kind of really like dreamy kind of thing. Like but I think he grew out of it because he grew up. He became
on the
an
show.
adult, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And it's just like at that point,
Yeah. But Jess has always been spooky.
the same. Yeah, cut and paste.
I like it. I do like it. Who's y'all's favorite characters overall? If you had to pick one character that you're taking with you from Gilmore Girls.
It's really all the supporting characters, like Suki. Suki and her love story with her sous chef was really important. Just to see like a loving nerd couple was so nice. Suki, Blaine. And I really liked the older Italian lady who runs the dance studio. Forgetting her name.
Yeah.
Miss start with a P. I can't remember her.
Miss Patty.
Miss Patty.
Miss Patty was nosy in people's business. Always with that other man. Oh, he's not listed on here. Jackson is annoying. I don't think Jackson is interesting. Miss Babette.
Okay, that's
Miss
fair.
Patty and Miss Babette. Just two old hens gossiping about the town.
Old hens.
Those are my people.
I'm gonna take Luke because he is grumpy. Don't like fall. Really is just the curmudgeon of the show.
Yeah.
And I respect it.
Yeah.
He really is really grumpy.
I respect it.
Sometimes it's annoying. I'll be like,
I don't care.
Same. I said
it's Christmas. Like,
it's Christmas. It's Christmas.
even when they're like falling in love, he's like, I guess. I'm like, all right, come on.
Yeah.
Y'all done did the deed. Come on.
Tighten up, Luke. You
Drop
gonna
that
have
attitude.
Yeah. Fuck is that? Okay. All right.
That's who I picked. You asked me who I picked. That's who I picked, and that's who I picked him.
We don't
I'm
talk about
happy
Luke
for
at
you.
all yet, but Luke, yeah.
Yeah.
Luke is there.
Let's get into Luke and his attitude and his diner.
Yeah. I could see him being fine. My mom thought Luke was really fine.
I understand it. Not for me. A little too ruggish, white ruggish, and I'm okay. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it, and
I
then I
see
just
it,
looked
though.
him up again. Jawline is strong as hell.
I understand it. It's
That
not
shadow.
for, again, like the way that
Yeah.
his character dressed and the way that they had him styled.
Yeah,
not
the
for
hat.
me. But he's an attractive man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he looks good.
Like the
Yeah.
scruffy look just isn't. I'm okay.
I didn't notice. I didn't realize Luke's game. My bad. Luke.
But
Yeah.
I like Luke. I like his little diner.
Yeah.
I like.
Yeah.
He's
It's
consistent.
always-
He's there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's always like really just happy to be in Lorelai Rory's life.
Yeah.
Even
like,
if it's
oh
as
my
a
God, you guys let me
friend.
drive
I
you here.
know.
Yeah. Which was so
That
critical.
is cute. And wait, who was the teacher that Lorelai
She was dating for a while.
She did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who was that? What's his name?
Mr.
I don't remember his
Started with an
name.
M. Mr. Mean something. Mr.
Okay.
It started with M. I don't remember.
Okay.
his name, but
Max.
Max
Mr.
Medina.
Mr. Medina. Mhm.
Mr. Medina.
But he was a teacher at Rory's school, and I
And that
remember
was messing up Rory's life.
Which
Exactly.
again, I say, because Lorelai, why would you date him?
Yeah.
Lorelai was
15.
silly. Lorelai,
'Cause she
that
was a
was you
child.
being a little silly. Why would you
Yeah.
date that man?
Yeah.
She'd be like, what is something deeply inappropriate that I could do to my kid's life? Date the teacher?
Date the teacher? That'll
There
do
was
it.
a
I
moment
think
she
that'll
was having
embarrass
with her
her.
mom because her mom was like, "What the hell were you thinking? Why would you date her teacher? You knew this wasn't your soulmate." And like Lorelai is like crying, like it's the worst thing that ever happened to her. And I'm like, in that moment, I fully believe that Lorelai is like, well, maybe he is my soulmate, because it's like so childish, like so like I don't understand anything beyond like my current feeling in this moment, kind of thing. And I'm like, she know that wasn't her soulmate, but in this moment, she's sad about it, and that's what matters.
Yeah, she is like I feel strongly in this moment. Another character I forgot to mention is Michelle, who is the front desk attendant at the hotel.
Oh yeah.
The French. I think like the only black person on the show.
Yes.
But just similar to like somebody like on Will and Grace, they have Jack. Did y'all watch Will and Grace?
Barely, a little bit, but like
I mean, I've heard of it. I don't know what.
Will and Grace is very funny.
Hilarious.
Definitely a good one. Yeah.
But the character on there named Jack, who's kind of like secondary, comedic timing is perfect.
This is a black person.
Fast. No, Jack is not black.
Okay.
He's just like white and like very
similar
effeminate.
in the comedic timing. Okay.
Yeah, similar in like tone and timing. Effeminate in a certain kind of way that like throws other people off, which I really enjoyed.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's comedic timing on Gilmore Girls was really good. It felt like the cast had a really good rapport. Felt like they had known each other for a long time, even from the very first episode. That was a great pilot.
It was a really good
pilots
pilot.
are never good, and that was a fantastic pilot. The world building, I immediately fell into fall, and I will be. Don't roll your eyes, Jewel.
Look over to the left.
Don't look over there again.
It's that pan. It's the way they pan into the first scene of the show. Like down the street, you're automatically like, okay, this is a fully built thing.
Like you get, like Stars Hollow feels, as silly as the name is, like Stars Hollow feels like a real place.
It feels like Halloween Town.
It is.
Yeah.
Basically.
And I love Halloween Town.
I do too. That's the one thing I will let pass. I love Halloween Town.
You love Halloween Town? Who are you?
I don't do too
Oh
much.
my God.
Yeah.
Should we watch it?
I would not be opposed.
Okay.
Okay, but Hocus Pocus is right there.
And I will watch that too.
adore
I don't
Hocus
Hocus Pocus as hard as a Halloween Town, I will say.
I will say
But
I
definitely watch
will
it.
be picking Halloween Town if I have to pick.
If I have to between the two. And in fact, I'm gonna pick Halloween Town 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Yeah, I love Marnie.
I don't think
Marnie
Halloween
bad.
Town is actually like scary in any real way. I'm like Hocus Pocus has some moments where it's like actually
It's
a little
scary to you?
spooky.
It is. Hocus Pocus does have a couple moments. Like,
couple
where
moments.
it's
Oh
like-
yeah, it does. It does.
Especially
couple of
them
spooky
kids
moments.
singing.
I
I'd be
thought you
like,
meant Halloween Town.
No.
Yeah.
Halloween Town's not scary ever at any point, which I love it. I don't like scary
yeah, I
whatsoever.
don't want to scare either. But
don't
I
wanna be
like
scared.
Hocus
That might
Pocus because it is a
explain it,
little
yeah.
bit. And then I watch Practical Magic. Those
I
are
don't
my
want to
two.
be scared.
I've never seen Practical Magic, but someone just said that we need to do a watch party. They were like, "You would love this movie. You need to see it."
This is
And
was it
so-
Disney movie?
I don't know. Is
It's
it?
got
What
Sandra
is
Bullock
it?
in it. It's like
Say less.
drama. Yeah, Sandra Bullock's in it. What's that redhead lady name? Not Reese Witherspoon.
Lindsay Lohan.
I can't think of it. But Sandra Bullock is in it, so you know it's good.
I'm in.
She's falling in love with a man. There's a curse on the whole family.
Okay. No, I'm in on that. But yeah, this very much put me in the town of Stars Hollow. Put me in the feeling of Halloween Town. Last thoughts, unless y'all have some other thoughts, of course. Why do y'all think this is such an iconic fall moment for Black people specifically? We, Black fall don't look like Stars Hollow.
Right.
It's not a bunch of white people running around, talking fast to each other.
I think the wit. I think Black
That's
folks,
fair.
the way that we like move with wit, and the way that we speak to each other can be quick, especially like when it's familiar. It can be really quick and fast, and snippy. And the people in Stars Hollow feel very familial, and quick with each other in a way that felt really familiar to me. I was like, this sounds like my cookout just with less screaming. So I think that at least what brought me into it. I know that like single mom and her kid trying to make it story really resonated with my family. And yeah, just like, I think an imperfect white family we weren't getting very often during that time.
Yes.
And
Ooh,
so to get
I
that was like
loved-
new and refreshing
Fair
to be
enough.
like, this isn't cookie cutter. Things aren't perfect. And there's like real issues. Like there is an absentee father. There's a genuine beef with the mom and the
Mom
grandmother.
and the doctor, yeah.
That's like what our families feel like. Especially like an absentee white dad.
You
We
said
just work.
more.
I said, that sounds like my daddy. You got
And he
one
was
too?
like happily absentee
didn't know
too.
y'all had
It was
those.
actually kind of crazy how happily absentee that man
He was really like, I guess I'll come through, but
Listen, I
if you
mean,
want
I
to kiss
know
a
your
little bit,
daughter
we
or
can kiss a little
whatever.
bit too.
Hey, Whatever you want to do,
What I will
Lorelai,
say,
let me know.
too, that was like really nice, because I feel like I've always, and I still hear people when they talk about single moms, they make it seem like such a burden and such a chore, and like single moms are having the worst times of their lives and like so unfortunate. And I experienced a mother more like Lorelai, who was like, I'm so happy to be here. I can't believe I get to be your mom. I'm having a great time. And like some of it, I'm like, I'm sure you had hard times. I'm sure you did. Like you were a single mom. You didn't have help. I imagine that some of that was difficult, but like the genuine joy of we get to like hang out and, you know what I mean, spend time, and I'm really having a good time, and I love that I get to be a mom and your mom. Like that dynamic was really like, you don't see that about single moms in like pop culture a lot, and that's how I experienced my single mom. And so it was always jarring when I heard other people talking about it like in other ways. So it's nice to see it on like television.
Yeah, that's how my mom was too. And also that like her life was full of other things. Like
yeah, like I
friends,
have other things. Yeah.
Friends, a business to run, men to fall in love with. Like it was good to see, a single mother who had a full life. And yeah, I think that's why Black folks gravitated to it.
Right, truly. Last thought I have is about the theme song.
The fashion
theme song
also on Gilmore Girls is really good.
Is it?
Yeah,
I haven't really paid too much. Maybe season 1 the fashion wasn't great yet.
I actually really like the fashion in season 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, as it develops, a lot of the fandoms will be like, this bag was this, but like the fan pages have gotten more into like the styling of the show, and it was pretty.
I like it. I do. I really like it, and it's interesting because a lot of the like fall vlogs that I've been watching recently, when they do their like, this is my fashion mood board or whatever, Pinterest board or whatever, a lot of it is like that's either they might reference Gilmore Girls specifically, or sometimes it's like basically the same. Like you look and you're like, this is exactly what Lorelai would have been wearing. Yeah,
they don't even know that they're referencing Gilmore Girls. That's how deeply entrenched it's been in our culture since it came out in 2000. Fashion wise,
the theme song is really good. It's like kind of effortless. I can't remember did they make it for the show or was it just a song?
That
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I do know that I enjoyed the soundtrack in a way. Like it reminded me of just like that easy breezy like pop music that I used to enjoy in like the early 2000s, and so some of those songs would come up throughout the like first season when I was rewatching, and it was just really like nostalgic to me.
Yeah,
you know what, it looks like it was already a song by Carole King.
You
lead, I will follow.
Oh, Carole King, they ate with that because that's not a cheap song. Carole King is.
I
was gonna say
and they kept it. They held on to that one.
Yeah.
The last thing I was gonna say is the reboot is not terrible.
A reboot.
Okay. Yeah, they have a reboot that's on Netflix. It's okay.
Is it currently like they're currently filming and like releasing?
No,
stuff?
it's done. The reboot's already done. It's on Netflix. I think it's like 2 seasons. And like I think there's like a last episode that's kind of a movie, but it does get a little weird. Are y'all gonna watch it? Can I spoil it? Do y'all care?
I do not care. I didn't know it existed until 5. I mean, maybe I knew about it and forgot. But
also don't give a rat's ass about a spoiler.
I like spoilers. I want to know what's
going
to happen before I watch it.
I like it too. But
I'm in enemy territory amongst you both.
You don't want me to spoil it?
Let me disclaimer: if you don't want to hear this, tune out now. We pretty much at the end of the episode, but go ahead.
Okay.
What's the spoiler?
The weird thing that happens is that the last episode of the reboot is a musical.
No, thank you.
Now I'm in.
But it's her and Logan. It's
and
Rory and Logan.
She
ends up with Logan.
To me. I don't remember him from my I haven't gotten to there in the rewatch. I don't remember him in the early my memory don't remember him.
Yeah.
But he don't look interesting to me, so I don't want to see him sing.
Exactly. That's why it
Do they sing? Is Rory singing? Alexis Bledel singing?
Yeah. Logan
can she sing?
Interested.
I'm just
wondering.
I think they made her, but they're just like, it's like him and his friends, and they're doing this like musical about how they fall in love, and I think they get engaged. It's just kind of corny. I was just kind of like, I don't really know if I needed this, but it was just weird. And it's also not who I wanted her to end up with. But they try to make, I think in the reboot, they try to complicate Rory's life to give her some more depth. And it just kind of gives just more. She's like a privileged New York Times editor by the end of it.
Ooh.
I'm like, you're my enemy.
Also, a little too close to home. I already got to deal with that in my real professional life. Do not want to see it on television. Sorry.
Literally, at that point, I was like, it actually is too close to home because what do you mean you're a New York Times editor ignoring my pitch?
Oh no.
Get off my screen with this fucking musical. But yeah.
Anyways, let me go ahead and get back to my initial watch of Gilmore Girls. I'm binging it as we speak. I'll be watching this for the rest of the fall. In the meantime, Clarissa, thank you so much for joining. Can you please tell the folks where they can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Clarissa M. Brooks and on X at the same.
And Jewel or Clarissa, any projects you want to bring up, if anything you want to plug for the kids? Okay.
Did you want me to say?
Child, I got nothing at all. We just trying to get through.
Okay. All right. That's it for our show today. If you want to check on us on YouTube, you can obviously watch this full episode. You can see what we look like. You can comment that Jewel does in fact sound like
Don't piss me off. You're close.
What you sound like?
I know who she Jamila Bell
on TikTok.
I don't sound like that lady.
She does. You can
No
comment
offense to her.
again.
I follow her. I like Jamila. I don't sound like her.
You can comment again that Jewel does in fact sound like Jamila on TikTok.
Maybe I should just get in the same room.
Have you ever seen the two
with
of
her
them in the
eyes
same room?
closed and she heard us sound alike?
I was washing my face, listening to one of the cuts that was gonna go up on social, and it was Jewel talking, and I said, "Did I accidentally get on TikTok?"
And see, what I'm saying is that this is offensive to me. This is just another black lady in Atlanta, and you're trying to say that I sound like her.
Y'all kind of look alike too.
Hey.
Maybe let's just
Now
end the
we're
show.
really into it. Anyways, that's it. You can email us per usual at blackpeopleloveparamore@gmail.com. You can find us across all social media platforms at BPLPpod. And come back in 2 weeks per usual, every other week. That's when we release. Okay, talk to y'all later. Bye.